We live in an age where distraction reigns supreme, where the mind is constantly pulled in 1,000 directions. Every moment, we are bombarded by the noise of the world, notifications that scream for our attention, promises of happiness wrapped in advertisements, and endless streams of opinions masquerading as wisdom. Amidst this chaos, we have lost something essential: our inner quiet, our capacity to govern ourselves. Yet the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers us a way back to ourselves, a path not to outer victories but to inner mastery. Stoicism is not a relic of a bygone era. It is a powerful antidote to the maladies of modern life. It teaches us not to conquer the world but to conquer ourselves. It does not instruct us to avoid challenges, but to confront them head-on with the calm resolve of one who knows that the true enemy lies within. As Epictetus wisely put it, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. It is within this choice, this moment of decision, that the essence of Stoicism reveals itself, the art of inner fortitude. To live as a Stoic in this world is to become a master sculptor of the self, chiseling away at our vices, our fears, and our ungoverned desires. We do not do this because it is easy or because it brings us applause. We do it because it is necessary. The true battle is not fought in the marketplace or on the battlefield, but in the silent chambers of the mind, where we wrestle with our impulses, where we confront the baseless fears that chain us to mediocrity. How often do we allow anger to dictate our actions? How frequently do we let fear rob us of opportunity? In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." We must understand that the storms of life do not define us. It is our response to those storms that reveals the depth of our character. When anger rises, we are not to suppress it but to understand it, to see it for what it is, a momentary lapse of reason. In doing so, we reclaim our power, our sovereignty over our inner world, overcoming destructive emotions. The Stoics spoke of the apatheia, a state of being untroubled by destructive emotions, not because they are suppressed, but because they are understood and mastered. This is not emotional numbness, it is emotional clarity. Seneca, the great Roman Stoic, wrote, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." Our modern life is a testament to this folly. We live in anticipation, in perpetual fear of missing out, in an endless chase for what we believe will bring us fulfillment. Yet each of these pursuits only leads us further from ourselves. To be Stoic today is to recognize that these emotions, envy, greed, fear, anger, are not enemies to be vanquished, but signals to be understood. They are opportunities to practice the art of inner fortitude. When we feel envy, it is not the success of another that troubles us, but our own insecurity. When we feel fear, it is not the external threat that paralyzes us, but our own lack of preparation or understanding. The Stoic knows that every emotion is an invitation to know oneself deeper, to become more than a mere actor in life's drama, but a conscious author of one's destiny. The freedom of acceptance. Modern Stoicism does not ask us to detach from life, but to engage with it from a place of inner freedom. This is the freedom not to be controlled by the events that swirl around us, but to stand firm like a rock in the tide. The Stoic accepts what is outside their control, not with resignation, but with a profound understanding that all external events are indifferent. They are neither good nor bad. Only our judgments make them so. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. We live in a world where people are quick to blame circumstances, to lay the fault at the feet of fate. But the Stoic does not waste breath on what cannot be changed. Instead, we turn inward, asking ourselves, what can I do with what I have been given? This is not passivity, this is power. For when we stop fighting reality, we become aligned with it. We become like a river, finding our way around obstacles, not by brute force, but by quiet persistence, the discipline of will. We must remember that Stoicism is not a passive acceptance of fate, but an active engagement with it. It demands of us discipline of thought, discipline of will, discipline of action. This discipline is not the harsh rule of an external master, but the gentle, guiding hand of reason. If you are distressed by anything external, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. The Stoic is not indifferent to life. We are indifferent to the judgments of life. We see things as they are, not as we wish them to be, and in this clarity we find peace. We understand that true freedom is not found in the absence of constraints, but in the mastery of one's desires, in the refusal to be ruled by passions. The quiet strength of the Stoic. In a world that celebrates excess, the Stoic walks a different path. We do not seek the approval of the masses, nor are we swayed by the tides of opinion. We know that real strength is quiet, that true courage is the courage to remain still while the world rushes past. This is not a philosophy for the faint of heart, but for those who are tired of being slaves to their own emotions. For those who wish to reclaim their lives from the tyranny of the unexamined mind. Modern life will continue to throw its challenges at us, there is no escaping this. But as Stoics, we do not seek escape, we seek mastery. And in this pursuit we find a freedom that is not given by the world, but earned through the relentless discipline of the self. Let us strive then not to be understood by the world, but to understand ourselves. Not to conquer others, but to conquer our own hearts. For in doing so, we find the strength to face whatever comes. Not with fear, but with quiet, unshakable resolve. And in that stillness, in that unwavering commitment to inner mastery, we discover the true essence of what it means to live as Stoics in the modern world.